Selling online courses, ebooks, digital downloads, or billing clients for services, SamCart is where you get paid for whatever it is that you do. At SamCart, you can sell anything and everything using our library of pre-made templates that have been used to generate billions of dollars in sales. Bring your sales page to life with the drag and drop builder. Offer your customers more ways to pay you by selling payment plans, subscriptions, bundles, and even pay what you want offers. You can sell your products as one lump sum or break up those payments into smaller chunks with payment plans. You can grow your recurring income with built-in subscriptions. And these are just a few ways that SamCart makes it easy for you to get paid for what you do. And now built into every single SamCart account is the brand new SamCart courses, the perfect solution for securely delivering your video courses, ebooks, and memberships all in one place. And it is built right into every single SamCart account. With the new SamCart courses, you can create a robust lesson plan for your students and even drip out the content on your own schedule. You can boost your sales by selling different tiers and bundles of your course. And did you know that right now, over 30% of your students never even make it to the first video? Which is why we developed SamCart's auto-enroll technology, which seamlessly takes your students from buying to learning in one simple step. No lost passwords, no support tickets, just more happy customers getting exactly what they bought every time. But what if you're a brand new course creator? Or you've always wanted to add an online course to whatever it is that you already sell? Then do not miss the SamCart Course Creation Challenge. Over 20 videos and lessons that will help you launch your first online course in just 14 days. You'll learn everything from cameras and lighting to launching and selling your first online course. And whenever you're ready, you can showcase and sell your course on one simple page, built with SamCart's drag and drop editor. Easily create high converting sales pages by adding video trailers, countdown timers, and more. Our mission at SamCart is to put the selling power of the world's largest brands into your hands, multiplying your sales with powerful features like one-click upsells, order bumps, and more. In fact, SamCart's database proves that adding a single one-click upsell increases your average order value by 68%. And next are the order bumps. Just one order bump boosts sales by an average of 31%. Create your first bump, and 1 out of 3 customers is going to hit that add to order button and make you more money. Selling subscriptions? Well, what are you doing about failed payments? Your customers' credit cards are constantly being lost, stolen, or expiring. So what happens when those payments fail? Well, instead of chasing down your clients, we created the SamCart Subscription Saver. SamCart automatically updates your customers' credit cards without you lifting a finger. So your subscription payments come in on time, which lets you focus back on growing your business. And for any advanced sellers doing 6 figures and up already, SamCart has all the tools you need to keep scaling. You can A/B test your product pages in real time and let the results guide you to your next move. You can see which version of your page converts the highest and make more money in the process. Turn your business into a well-oiled machine by integrating SamCart with all of your favorite tools for sending emails, managing contacts, and even doing your taxes. SamCart's integrations let you effortlessly track your return on ad spend, create new customer profiles, automatically ship out your products, and keep your team in the loop with updates and notifications. So let's launch your next course, ebook, mastermind group, CPG brand, or digital agency today. SamCart is home to over 20,000 creators who have sold more than $2 billion of their own products and services on SamCart. You can join them today and see why the right tool makes all the difference. Get started for free today at samcart.com. And what is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, which means it is time for the SamCart Takeover, where myself and Jordan here, we take over big creator businesses and talk to you guys about how much money they're making, where they're making it, and where they are missing out. So with me, as always, is Jordan P. Anderson. Jordan, What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yo, what is up? How was your 4th of July?
How was the 4th of July? 4th of July was hot, man. It was our first 4th of July in Texas. So you guys can notice we're kind of in like a new studio, a new area here. So myself and my wife and our dog and our 3-year-old, we packed into the car and we moved down to Austin, Texas, where most of SamCart's office is actually down here now, as you would know, but most of the people watching do not. And so yeah, I was in Texas. So there was a lot of homemade fireworks. There was a lot of, I should say, I don't know if it's homemade or not, but there was a lot of
Homemade.
unsanctioned fireworks going on, and it was awfully hot. But it was a good time, man. How about what'd you do? What you got?
Nice. Sat by the pool, drank some cider, got sunburned.
Classic.
Classic.
Done. Check.
That's it.
4th of July. Check. Absolutely.
That was it.
Sounds awesome. Jordan, talk to us today. Who are we doing today with today's takeover? We have maybe one of the biggest channels we've ever actually taken on, and in like a whole new world, a whole new kind of like hobby or demographic or whatever you want to call it. And so I'm loving this one. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, for sure. We have Epic Gardening, which they're
Epic
living up
Gardening.
to the name. They have like millions and millions of followers on YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, and hence the floral gardening background that we have here on our live stream today.
It's a beautiful
So,
day. You know what I mean? It's just we're outdoors. It's summer. It's here. You know what I mean? It's here. It's gardening season. So
but yeah, but real quick, Scott, I want to call out everyone who's watching right now. We are live, and if this is your first takeover that you've ever watched before with SamCart, type the word "first" in the chat. And let us know this is the first time you're joining us. And if not, maybe this is your second or third. You can type that too. Like, hey, this is my 4th takeover. So hit us up in the chat. We're this whole video, this whole live session right here is interactive. So at any time you guys want to,
this is my 29th
29. That's right.
There we go.
Yeah. So ask questions throughout the show, guys, and yeah, let's get into some epic gardening, Scott.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit this thing up. So, Epic Gardening. Once again, this is, we're here to discuss this guy right here. So this is Kevin Espiritu. I'm gonna mispronounce that a little bit. But he has created this behemoth, right? Called Epic Gardening. It's a freaking awesome channel, great content. But we're gonna talk about how I'm gonna guess Kevin is probably making much more than $100,000 a year. Probably maybe even 10 or 12x, probably what that number might be. And we'll kind of dive into where that money's going and where we think he could do a little bit better. But again, I'm Scott Moran. I'm the co-founder here at SamCart, is the e-commerce platform for creators. That is Jordan P. Anderson, our videographer and production guy extraordinaire. And yeah, if you guys haven't been to a SamCart takeover before, right, we break down celebrity creator businesses, right, big time channels, big time, TikTok creators and all over the place. And we break down how much money they're making and where they're making it. And then we'll teach you guys how to monetize just like they do. So whether your audience is just starting out or whether you have a pretty good following already, this is how you're going to monetize that to the best of your ability to, get every single ounce of goodness out of whatever you are doing as a creator. So like Jordan said, if this is your first time, drop a first in the comments down below. We always love seeing there's so many of you guys that join us fresh every single week, as well as a ton of people that come back again and again and again. And so, yeah, Jordan, what do we do here? This is kind of an interactive show here. You know what I mean? Like, what are we going for?
Oh yeah, that's right. So throughout the show, if you hear something that you like, we're going to change it up just a little bit, but throughout the show, we're going to throw some crazy facts at you guys, some interesting insights, hopefully. And if at any time you hear something, type your aha moment, type your like, oh, dude, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that's what that was called. And then just type it in the chat. Essentially, you're taking notes for the class. Help somebody out because someone may have just joined the live stream 20 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in. So it helps to like throughout the chat, like have those notes taken so they can kind of scroll up, see what they missed, and keep watching the show.
Big time. We happen to stumble into some smart, intelligent things come out of our mouth every once in a while, right? So help us out. So
we're trying.
Again, today we are diving into a show, a channel, whatever, called Epic Gardening. It is this is your founder right here. He looks like an awesome gardener, and certainly Kevin lives up to the hype. I think is if you're into gardening at all, go check him out. Awesome channel. I had a ton of fun just diving into his content and kind of seeing what he was doing. And we're going to show you guys exactly what they're doing to actually monetize. How are they turning millions of followers on YouTube and TikTok into cash? And how can you guys be doing the same thing and even potentially do it a little bit better, right? I think that's the cool part too. We're going to uncover some holes, I think, in the overall strategy here. So, like we said, right? Epic Gardening has 1.78 million YouTube subscribers, a massive YouTube channel, and they create outstanding content. So for nothing else, go over there and just look at their content. Look at how they're making it. Look at what kinds of content they're making. I think it's a masterclass in creating really, really, really good stuff. They also have 1.9 million followers on TikTok, right? So again, an enormous channel in 2 different places, right? And they're using a lot of the same kinds of content in both places, right? Again, just a very, very cool look at how do big creators make awesome stuff to grow a big audience. Epic Gardening is doing that in spades, right? So they're doing a great job. But
Absolutely.
in this channel, in this thing, in this takeover, what we're here to talk about, right, is where do they make their money? Right? Where does their cash actually come from? Having a big audience is great. Making money from that audience is even better. Where is that money coming from and how much are they making, right? Let's dive into that. We always say, Jordan, right? If you want to know how someone is making their money, we always say follow the links, right? Follow the links. What does that mean? Give the people the rundown.
Yeah, it's usually follow the money, but we follow the links first, and that will lead to the money. So so we just have to go off what these creators put out into the world. So if you click on their Instagram link, if you click on their TikTok link in bio, or if you look at their YouTube description, usually they have some links. You can put your URLs there. You put your homepage, you put whatever you want there. Some people put affiliate stuff. So we always kind of click on those top links, and that kind of indicates to us this is their priority. This is what they think is the most important thing in their business or as a part of their brand, and that's where we go. So we go check it out, and
all the links, baby.
This is the best part about it, because like Scott, you can lead into this, that the links that Epic Gardening is putting in their description are actually what we recommend everybody do. It's like this is the strategy to do.
I loved checking out the links in Kevin's stuff, right? This was freaking outstanding. Everything that I've highlighted in green is a link to something owned by Epic Gardening. And what I mean by that is they're not promoting affiliate pages and affiliate offers. They're not sending people to, random, back corners of the internet. There's no affiliate links. There's no big complex funnels. Someone doesn't click on this page and then have to go from one page to the next, the next, just to go find what they're looking for, right? Short, quick, all products that they own. And I absolutely love that. If you want to make more money as a creator, right? Sell stuff you own. We talk about that all the time here on Tuesday Takeovers, right? Create your own digital products. Start charging clients for services that you create and you're in charge of, right? Sell things that you own and watch your sales take off. And so I love the idea that every single link, almost without exception, every single link in their bio, underneath of YouTube videos, in their TikTok, link in bio description type stuff, it's all links to products that they own. And I love it. And then if you go one step deeper and you actually do follow the links, where does it go? It takes you to a bunch of physical products. We don't talk about a ton of physical product stuff here in Takeovers because SamCart is the digital product, right? Is the e-commerce platform for digital creators. And so, a lot of people like Kevin, like Epic Gardening, right, are people who are selling a lot of digital goods. And man, Epic Gardening is the opposite. They're selling a bunch of physical stuff, Jordan. How freaking cool is that?
It's wild. Yeah. And kudos to them too, like having to go find those products, source those products, find the manufacturer, find the distribution to get that out. That's a lot of upfront work to get that started up, but they're doing it great.
It is a ton of physical work. So Jordan, let's go ahead, pull up their site and we'll just kind of explore a little bit. I think one of my favorite things is that, when you go and you start on something like a YouTube channel, so one of their YouTube videos rather, and we just go click a link in the description, right? You're going to have links to go back to their homepage. You're going to have links to maybe go buy, a specific piece of gardening equipment that was used in the video, right? There's a lot of different things that can go here. We'll go.
So like their top links kind of take you to just their epicgardening.com homepage. And there's kind of a lot to explore. So I think that's with Epic Gardening, it's good and bad because we're always kind of leaning towards like, don't give your customers like an endless road, an endless amount of options to go through. Like rather send them like down one path, not to just say like, here's the food court. You have 5 seconds to choose your favorite food. Go. And it's kind of like, okay, where do I go now? But yeah, they go straight to like, if you just choose the first link, gardening, talks everything about gardening, like blogging, SEO. We even found one article that was like super dense with SEO, great content. And we found like something a little actually missing from it. We can talk about that here in a couple of minutes, but
for sure. Yeah.
It's a pretty standard homepage.
I was going to say, scroll up just a touch. That first button up there, kind of near the top, it's the field guide just a touchdown.
Yeah, what do you want to say? Field guide?
To the field guide to the urban gardening.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so right there. The first thing he kind of puts in front of you is this book. And so, yeah, Jordan, zoom in just a touch there because this is kind of a fun one.
Yeah,
It's
there
a
we go.
book, but it's a physical book. You know what I mean? Like here on the Takeover, all we ever talk about is people who sell digital products and digital books, right? Here's somebody who's literally selling a signed copy of a physical book that he's going to ship to someone, which I think is so cool. I mean, the value's there. You know what I mean? It's really, really nice, the kind of the way that stuff works out. You know what I mean? It's easy to be like, cool, $28 was totally worth it. Here's a book that sits in my on my desk or something like that, right? Which is, it's just nice. Physical copy books is very much a cool thing. But it also presents a big time opportunity, right? That he sells all this physical stuff and zero digital stuff at all. And that is because when we bring it back over here to the slides here in just a second, the world of digital creators, you know what I mean? Like here's where, after kind of looking through Epic Gardening's business, here's where we think they're making their money, right? I think the majority of their money is coming from physical products, right?
Yep.
They sell a ton of them, and they really do. If Jordan were to go back, we'll go back in a minute, and go to their site, they have a big Shopify storefront, which is pretty right for anybody who sells like a bunch of physical products and a bunch of different SKUs. Here it is right here, right? So they have a bunch of raised plant beds, right? They sell like literal gardening equipment, you know what I mean? Like rakes and shovels and gloves.
Yeah,
and,
it's a ton of stuff. It's a ton, like tons of
look at all this
ton
stuff.
of SKUs, ton of inventory. So I mean, it's like it is an online gardening shop basically.
It is pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's very, very cool. But certainly, you know, when we talk about where we think they're making their money versus where everybody else makes their money, right? Epic Gardening essentially comes down to this. I think they're probably making the majority of their money from selling those physical products, right? Now, profits are different there too, right? They could be making a lot of money from that and only some profit, right? Like I would bet their YouTube ad revenue is probably a pretty big chunk of their revenue, but a really big chunk of their profit, right? Because it doesn't necessarily cost them hard goods. You know, when you sell a weeder or something like that, like I'm trying to think, like they have a weed pulling thing that was in there for like 20 some odd dollars, right? You're probably only keeping 10, 12 of that, you know, maybe half, like probably more like 30% is your profit margins, maybe. You know, so something like YouTube ad revenue might be a lot of profit. I'm sure they have some sponsors, you know, seemingly just click around some videos. I'm sure there's some sponsorships in there. There are some affiliate links, you know, they promote products over on Amazon and say, hey, look, if you want, you want this, you know, ladybug killing spray or something. I don't know. That's a bad example, but that maybe they would disagree and you don't want to kill ladybugs. I don't know. I'm not much of a gardener, but I'm just starting out with Epic Gardening. Okay. So I'll be a better gardener in like a week. Just give me some time. But they send, you know, they recommend products over on Amazon to go buy, of which, Jordan, we've covered that before. And when you recommend products on Amazon, you keep like 3%.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you
not a
keep
lot. You
nothing.
need to sell, if you want to make a full-time income with Amazon affiliates, you need to sell millions of dollars in order to
Millions of
clear
dollars.
like $50,000 a year. So it's
Exactly.
insane.
Big time. Yep. And then they've got some merch, and then this little tiny little bubble over here as I put their Patreon. They have a Patreon. They have, you know, maybe like just under 100 subscribers, and they're making like $160 a month from it. You know what I mean? So it's really, really, really small. And probably not a very significant portion of the revenue, right? Well, here's the cool part, right?
Hey Scott, I want to back you up a little bit. Talk a little bit. Let's go super basic with the business side. Like talking about a physical product, even talking about like revenue versus profit, and like what actually goes into a physical product, and what is considered revenue, what is considered profit at the end of the day after you sell a physical product like this raised bed here.
For sure. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Let's take a look at that one raised bed right here. This looks to maybe be their best seller, right? So it's $160. He's got 1,100 reviews on this thing, which is freaking awesome. You know, but of $160, and again, I'm ballparking some numbers here, right? So it might not be, you know, dead on accurate. But, you know, you have to, it costs you something as the seller, right, to make this product, obviously, right? It's not just, no one's just going to give it to you for free and let you sell it, right? So, you know, Kevin and his team are probably out here. They probably found someone who makes this product, or maybe they, you know, maybe they manufacture their own somehow. I don't know. But of $160, you got to, there's money out the door, you know, profit out of your pocket, essentially, to make the product. Okay. Then you've got to put it inside of boxes and packaging and all that kind of stuff. That's more money out of your pocket. Then you got to ship it, right? It's got to get shipped all over the country, in which they do free shipping, which is really cool. But, you know, there's all these different costs and stuff like that. And then there's, you know, then there's shipping delays. And then there's, you know, what's called COGS, right? Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is, you know, if the hey, we've had a ton of inflation in the country recently, right? If the price of that metal to make this goes up, then all of a sudden so do your costs, right? And so, at the end of the day, you're selling something that's $160 and you're probably making, I'd bet best case scenario, he's probably making $60 from this on average. Maybe a touch higher, you know what I mean? But then the low end scenarios, he might only be making like $30 in profit, right? So there's probably a range in there, but at the end of the day, you sell something for $160 and you're not keeping $160 in profit, right? I mean, there are really, really, really big hard costs, and not to mention a really complicated business model, right? To take these orders and deliver them out into the world and make sure your customers get them and are happy. And seemingly Kevin and his team are doing a great job because they got a lot of awesome reviews. But man, this is tough. What they're doing here, the physical product business model is very, very tough. And so anyway, hats off to Kevin and his team at Epic Gardening for making this work and doing it with a ton of different SKUs, a ton of different products. It's exciting to see, but man, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's so the amount of steps in between you creating a product and then you getting it into your customers' hands could be 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 different steps.
Absolutely.
And there's like so much overhead, there's so much headaches that could be involved with it. Not even to account like refunds if someone wants to ship it back
For
or they
sure. Yeah.
don't like it. And that's why we're super biased on our side to say like, hey, maybe consider, not to say like let's trash the entire physical product side,
Sure.
but to say, hey, there are more profitable ways. You can keep more of the money that your customers are giving to you if you consider the digital product side.
Exactly. And simplify your entire business model. You know what I mean? I mean, you can really, really, really simplify things and make more profit really easily. And that really comes back to, okay, this is where we think Epic Gardening is making their money now. Where does it fit in versus what we see from SamCart's top sellers, right? And this is what we see from most SamCart creators, right? Digital products run the majority of their revenue and the huge majority of their profit, right? And somebody like Epic Gardening, I think, has such a cool, huge opportunity because if you introduced a few digital products into this machine that's working for them, I mean, how many people do you think would jump at the opportunity to go buy video training and go buy, ebook versions of the books he's selling and, all that kind of stuff? And you don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about cost of goods sold, right? All those different people, of the 4 million some odd people that subscribe to them across different channels, how many of those people would jump immediately at the chance to have digital products, if it was laid out in front of them? And so I think given the opportunity, digital products could become the lion's share and the big lion's share of this already thriving, growing business. Right. And is a great opportunity for anybody watching, right, to consider how could I be introducing digital products into what I sell and what I do, right, in a way that's gonna boost my own profits and boost my own sales.
Yep. And this keeps Kevin in the driver's seat. This keeps him in the expert position because when he gets out to the physical product world, that may not be his expertise. Now he's got to find a business manager, someone to
Sure.
work the distribution side, someone to work the kind of e-commerce side. If he stays in the digital product side, he gets to stay as the expert. He's not selling a physical product. He's selling basically access to him, access to his knowledge. So if you're watching this right now and you have some level of expertise or you have a passion or a hobby that you love, instead of like muddying the waters and trying to get some kind of product out that is a physical product to your customers, why don't you just sell access to your knowledge? Put it down in a course, put it down on a piece of paper, put it down just as like a PDF, something that simple, and share your expertise and kind of keep you in the driver's seat of the customer experience.
I love that, 100%. And so, yeah, if anything that we're saying is resonating with you guys, again, drop your aha moments in the chat down below. We love kind of taking notes for the class as we're kind of going through here. And so you guys can remember exactly what we are tossing out here. But if this is resonating with you, drop that aha moment down in the chat down below. So, Jordan, as we kind of went in and looked, okay, cool. It's a bunch of physical products, right? This is, this is his books essentially. Where did we ran into the first problem, I think, in their business model, right? When we came across this, right? We went and looked at Kevin's books that are available for sale at the Epic Gardening, lab. And he has one book that is quite literally sold out, right? So I've highlighted it here in red, and it is quite literally sold out. So the book is out of print. And if you wanted to buy it right now, you can't buy it, right? And I think it's a funny problem to have because it means things are going really, really well, right? But it also means that Kevin is losing money daily because people want to buy this book and can't, right? Absolutely can't. And so really, this is problem number one with an all physical, business model here, right?
Yep.
Jordan, how could this be different, right? What opportunity does this present if somebody were to engage here and kind of dive in and think, hey, listen, how about maybe we offer a digital copy?
Yeah, that's the first thought. It's like, hello, what about an ebook or what about an audiobook? Like the yeah, and imagine how many broken links are coming from a YouTube video into that exact product right there.
Absolutely.
And it just says sold out, and then your customer has hit a dead end, and there's no sale, there's no chance for them to buy something else. Yeah, so obviously, like it's kind of dumb to say like, yeah, just offer the ebook version. You can sell it for less if you don't want to sell it as much as the physical product version. But yeah, that's the first and obvious step is to sell different formats of the same product, basically.
Absolutely. No, this is something that we did for a very, very long time is that we would have like a PDF version of a book and then the video version of that same book, right? And so they both were
Mm,
digital, right? But we would offer those things together and so many people said, "Yeah, give me both." I imagine Kevin would probably find that a lot of people would order the ebook version and then come back and get the physical one because they want something, kind of hefty and sitting on their desk. But the point here is that digital products, if we were to replace the physical products here with digital ones, they would never sell out. Meaning that if Kevin were to sell 1,000 copies of this book tomorrow, right, or 10, it doesn't matter. The work is the same, right? Create that
mhm.
digital content and you can just do whatever you want with those prices. And I guarantee you, right, Kevin could probably sell this book right here is sold for $25, right? But
Here's the live page. I mean, we talked about
yeah,
last week that kind of you want to channel that consumer energy, or like when your consumers are ready to buy, they're excited, they got their credit card out, and then you send them to something like this that just says, notify me when available. That's it. It's a buzzkill. You're just like, you know what? Never mind. I didn't really want to
missing
buy this
out,
book
missed
anyway.
sales every time someone comes here. That's missed revenue in your pocket. And I love that Elizabeth gave a great call out too, right? She said, also, don't forget these things are like $15, $16 to ship the book. You
Wow.
know what I mean? I mean, you're talking, and I'm sure shipping rates can vary at that point, but in general, yeah, you could probably sell the digital copy of this for probably still $25, honestly, if you wanted to, or even drop the price to 20 or 18.
Mhm.
But a digital copy would probably have 3 times the profit of a physical copy, and so if you could just give people the option to say, cool, hey, look, I want to buy the digital copy of this one, you would never sell out. You'd get rid of having shipping costs and costs to print and worrying about whether your fulfillment company that's printing and shipping the books for you, what if they get backed up or forgot an order, right? You just sell digital copies, deliver them right to your customer, right? And be a really, really awesome thing for your monetization.
Yep, and on the customer side, it has to be free shipping. I don't like every time I go to check something out, if it's not free shipping, I'm like, I'm doing a double take. I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy this. So,
Doesn't even
uh
matter if the cost is higher, right? It's like if the price is higher, but it's free shipping, it just feels right. It's just, it's that
exactly. So,
Amazon effect.
yeah, so
Yep.
physical sellers have to factor that in. They're like, okay, we have to offer free shipping, so that means we got to pay for the shipping, which means less profit on our part.
Absolutely, for 100%. Yeah. So, and then that led us to problem number 2, right? Which is one and done sales. Something we've talked about a ton. If you guys know what one and done sales are, right? Give me a hell yes in the chat box down below because something we
Mm,
talk about all the time. Okay. But we're going to go ahead in just a second. I'm going to have Jordan pull back up that order form for Epic Gardening's kind of main book, right? The urban gardening side copy. And so one and done sales is when you go to buy something, right? And the customer, the seller rather, doesn't give you an option to buy more along the way, right? That's called one and done sales. It's basically like you forcing, hey, listen, we have a limit of one product per customer. You can't buy anything else. You're just all you're doing right now is buying a book, right? Whoa, sailor, don't go crazy thinking you're going to buy a bunch of stuff, right? There's no recommended products. There's less profit in your back pocket, and at the end of the day, it means there's little to no repeat business. And repeat business is one of the biggest sources of revenue that
mhm.
is completely untapped out there for people that aren't doing this kind of stuff, right? And so when you're forcing one per customer, and we'll show you guys how to solve this problem, right? In just a little bit. When you're forcing one per customer, you are missing out on potentially the majority of your business, right? We're going to show you in just a second with some math about how we could probably triple, right? Triple the revenue that Kevin is making off of these books and off of his other physical products as well, right? By just getting rid of one and done sales. If this was the only thing we did, right, was get rid of one and done sales, I believe wholeheartedly we could multiply the size of this business for sure. And so, Jordan, we actually made something in SamCart that I think would be awesome to kind of showcase right here. We can share the link and kind of show you guys, but
Sweet.
you know what I mean? all we're going to do is just try to really, really quickly showcase what is one and done sales, and then we'll showcase how do you solve it, right, with something that we built with SamCart.
Yeah, one last thought about one and done sales. It's I think we're working on our metaphors here, but one metaphor I thought of for the one and done sales is imagine going to a grocery store and on the front sign it said limit one item per customer. That's all you were only allowed to buy one item in the entire grocery store, and you'd walk out. And it, as a business owner, you'd be like, "What are you doing? Why are you limiting people? Like, let them buy whatever they want as much as they want, and let them keep coming back."
I love it. That's actually exactly what Christy said while Jordan's bringing this up. So I thought upsells would be annoying, but it's actually helpful. You're letting someone know there's more, like browsing in a physical store. Exactly, right? That's exactly what Jordan's saying there, right? You couldn't imagine going to a grocery store and not giving a chance to buy more stuff, right? So, yeah, let's take a look really quick. Let's go back to his example really quick. And so this is off of, if you go to epicgardening.com, you guys go to check out his urban gardening book. This is what it is. So you'll see it right here. It is a physical book. It is, he's selling this and everything else sort of with a Shopify storefront, which again is built for physical products and built for that kind of stuff. But you click add to cart, it takes you to sort of this interstitial page and kind of says, hey, is this where you're located? And, has some stuff like that. Then you go to kind of verify and
check out again. Yep.
Yeah, your order information, you got to check out again. So we're already 3 or 4 pages deep at this point. And now you've got this, pretty long, sizable form with nothing else here. There's no opportunity to buy something else. There's, you are basically stuck spending $28, right? You're spending $28 and not a penny more, right? Is basically what Shopify is forcing, Kevin's customers to do here at this point. So, that's one and done sales, right? That's a great example right there. Like that is, Shopify to a T, and WooCommerce and a lot of these other places are all about one and done sales. And so the really natural question is, what is the opposite of that, right? How do we solve that problem? And like I said, multiply your revenue and your profits in the meantime. And so, Jordan, let's bring it up.
Yeah, let's bring it up. Yeah, so Matt, remember our baseline number is $27.99. That is as much money as you can make from one customer. $27.99. That's it.
When they buy that book, yeah, for sure.
Yep. So we recreated the page over here on SamCart. We used a quick, easy template, copied over a couple of product images, added some sales copy, and this is it. So we had the shipping information in case you want the physical version, but I'm sure
if you want to do a physical version, if you want to do digital, you just upload the file and just get rid of shipping even easier, right? You just make that whole thing nice and short, nice and tight, and there be no shipping whatsoever.
Yeah, and on the settings side, so you just add your product here, and then right down here, you would upload your PDF. I'll zoom it in a little bit. Whoop, there we go. You'd add your PDF or add your audiobook, whatever you want it to do, and then SamCart would automatically deliver it in the receipt. There's no extra site or extra website or extra link that they have to go to. It's all baked in. So this is it. This is the site. If you're on this page right now, you can actually do a test order yourself. Just make sure you use the fake credit card number 424242 repeated, and you won't be charged. But you can kind of experience what a customer would see as they're buying this product.
And so, Jordan actually dropped the link to this exact page in the chat down below. You guys can go check it out. And like he said, place a test order. But yeah, Jordan, it's great to sell the book, right? It's great to have the option to sell the digital version or even sell the physical version, right? But we don't stop there, right? Let's talk about how do we solve one and done sales and how do we make Epic Gardening a ton more money in the process.
Yep. So as a customer's filling out their information, they're excited. Remember, they got that consumer energy. They're ready to go. They've added all their personal info, and then right as you're about to check out, we throw in 2 more offers to show you to say like, hey, you might want this, or hey, have you considered this as a bonus to add to your order, add to your cart. So the first one is the bonus. We just made up a course. We just said like, hey, why don't we try he already has a book called The Raised Bed Revolution. Why don't we make a video version of it? They already have, could you think about it? Like they are making TikTok videos all the time, YouTube videos all the time. How simple would it be for them to just say, hey, why don't we record some paid videos, put it behind a paywall inside our course library, and sell that to our customers, to our viewers? Incredibly easy.
Yeah, it'd be so easy to take this and make go make a 1-hour course about raised garden beds. Go make they could be making digital content, video courses that they could sell for a premium about any topic on the planet. I mean, every single one of their most popular videos would be a great place to start. And it'd be a great opportunity for them to increase the number of things people have to buy from them. And every time they roll out one of those new ideas, new products, I guarantee you, they'd probably double their revenue.
They could literally sell a course based on one plant. So they could do a tomato guide, a ginger guide, a house plant guide, I think they did corn or wheat outside in your backyard. If you want to make some homemade bread, you could do a homemade bread course.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like it could be super niche, super specific, and it answers that one specific problem that someone's looking for. Some people may not look for that like huge encyclopedia answer. They just want like, show me how to make tomatoes and show me how to make it the best.
Love it, for sure. So we've got a raised gardening bed video course. Not everyone is going to take that, but enough people are going to take that it's really, really, really going to move the needle. And then Jordan, we don't stop there. We've got another product here, another thing to buy, right? What do we have?
Yeah, so this is what gets wild. This is a digital product sales page, but we've been able to mix in physical products. So we're not, like we said, we're not trying to trash or throw away the physical product side. Like if it's selling and if it's working, keep it going. So, but this is a great way to kind of mix things in. So like, hey, I'm looking to buy this book and I'm also looking to buy this course, and then say, hey, if you like this and if you are an active gardener, then you're probably going to want this thing to throw in your backyard, and it's the 6-in-1 metal raised bed. So we're able to combine digital and physical into one shopping cart.
Bingo. Absolutely. Super, super exciting. So again, not everyone is going to take everything you offer, right? But that's not the idea. The idea is for the people who are ready and willing, just like a lot of you guys in the chat are talking about, you do the same thing all the time. For the people who are excited and are willing to spend more money, they're going to spend more money. And all of a sudden you could turn a $28 book sale into a $226 sale, $227 sale, just by offering one or two extra somethings, right? Whatever that might be. And that for you guys at home watching this video, that could be like, just something that's sitting on your desktop that you just kind of like dust off, the digital dust and throw a PDF up here and let someone buy it. Or you sit and record, a 30-minute session of you talking about a topic, and all of a sudden you have something else your customers can buy. And when you do that, right, when you take advantage of that shopping spree kind of mentality, right, and you give your customers a chance to spend more, right, you are going to completely change your business forever, right? It is why this is so important and why this is baked in, to everything SamCart does from the very, very beginning. And so, yeah, absolutely love that. Big time.
Yeah. Totally epic. This is what we're talking about, increasing AOV. We have 10x a customer value. So remember that baseline number we just said, $27.99. Now we've taken it up to $226. So before, you're just like, oh, my customers are only worth about $28 per customer. Every time they walk in the door, they give me $28. Now you can say my customers, some of them give me upwards of $228. So now, like, 100%. What changes the entire economics of your whole business. Like that's a new, you have started an entirely new chapter on your business when you do that. Absolutely.
Yep, 100%. I love that. So, when we talk about, listen, what should Epic Gardening do? I think the biggest opportunity for them is to increase average order value, right? Think of, how can I get each customer to willingly and happily spend a little bit more money, right? How do we do that, right? And so this is kind of a visualization of what can happen when you take the page we just created, right? And put it out into the world. If all you sell is a book, right, then everybody's going to spend $28 and no more and no less, right? But the moment you introduce a book and maybe a video course, right, maybe you're going to take the average order is going to probably jump up to something like $70 or $80 a pop. And then if you add a third something to buy on that page, not everyone's going to take it, but enough people will take it that your average order size could probably be something like $133. That's kind of my guesstimation, just looking at some of the numbers. And so, to put a finer point on this, right? What happens when customers go from spending this much to spending this much? What happens to your bottom line? Well, take a look at this, right? Let's just assume 100 people buy the book, right? 100 people. If 100 people buy his $28 book, he's made $2,800 in sales, right? Probably less in profit because it's a physical book and all that kind of good stuff, right? But if we then introduce a $100 course that's related, and enough people, probably something like 20 to 30% of people would say, yeah, give me the course. I want that too. And would add another $3,180 in revenue. And then if we introduce that third product and give your customers a chance again, right, to say, cool, I want to spend more, you're probably going to add this is a conservative one, honestly, but probably another $2,500 in revenue, right? Which means at the end of the day, just by giving some customers an option to spend more, you take this from $2,800 in sales to well north of $8,000 in sales, right? You are likely going to 3x your revenue that you're making from this book just by giving your customers the chance to say, awesome, I want to spend a little bit more, right? And that's why we think this is the biggest single opportunity, right? Facing Epic Gardening and Kevin, right? They have such an awesome business. They've got such a strong business. But if they took this chart to my left, or your guys' left, right, my right, over here, if they took this to heart, they could multiply what's going on here too, right? And so, we've got a lot of people in the chat who are agreeing and saying, how the heck can I do this for, what I'm doing? How can I do it for art? How can I do it for, courses, things like that, right?
I love this comment from Suzanne. She says, I get FOMO easily, so I purchase all of the upsells.
Absolutely, right? And some
customers are like that.
That's human behavior, right? This is steering into human behavior and understanding that, no, man, your customers want more from you, right? If I'm somebody who's watched a ton of Kevin's videos and I'm just so I'm just like, I want all the gardening stuff I can get, I would happily throw down and say, cool, I want to spend 28 on that, and I want to spend another 100 and get the videos. I want to spend another 160 and get the raised plant bed. Take this kind of stuff to heart, and big things can happen. But this is the number I want you guys to remember, right? Is just by giving your customers the opportunity to spend more, he could easily take revenue from, $2,800 per 100 customers to $8,500 per 100 customers, right? An enormous increase.
Yep. So if you're out there watching right now, maybe you're thinking about your first product that you can create, but then also start to think about, like, what is a second or third or fourth kind of related product that is kind of in the, in that same world, in that same industry, that you can add to the offer, that you can say, hey, you might like this, or you might like this. If you're just selling a hamburger, what if you offer some fries? What if you offer some Coke? What if, just like, what can you do to add to the order that can just get people like, hey, I wanted this, and then I also need this. Like the simple thing for the gardening, like we just talked about, like, if you want to make tomatoes, wildflowers, houseplants, and then you say, like, hey, you're probably going to need some gardening gloves, and you're also going to need an apron, and then you're going to need some soil. Like, just like the more and more stuff you can add to the cart that you can get people to say, yes, this sounds great. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I need. And then just keeps saying, like, that's exactly what I need. Yes. And then just keep saying yes. You're taking that consumer energy and you're channeling it into the right place. And like we just showed, you can 10 extra revenue, 5 extra revenue, 3 extra revenue. And it's a game changer.
A big time game changer. So for anybody who's thinking, what could I offer in those spots, right? What else could I get my customers? What else could I put in front of my customers that they might gobble up? Take this example to heart. Like, here we are talking about a physical product, business. And we're saying, look, add some digital stuff, right? If you're a service seller, right? Add in an ebook or some video courses, right? If you're a service seller, if you're already selling digital products, maybe you go the other way. Maybe there's a service you can put in. Maybe there's a physical product you could go source and create and do this kind of stuff. It doesn't need to be complex. You just need to give your customers, what is the next thing they're going to be excited about? What's the next thing they're going to go looking for, right? Do they want more videos? Do they want, higher level content? Do they want a higher touch service? Maybe they want.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as, like, hey, a 30-minute call for $100. Just click add to order. If you want to talk to me, if you want to get some expert advice on the course that you just watched, add to order.
You want me to help you plan your garden? You know what I mean? Like, we'll hop on and do 30 minutes, right? You want to get my seed starter pack or something like that, right? And maybe you find somebody in your area that can help you make that happen and do that kind of stuff. But there are endless opportunities. And I guarantee every single person watching this video has at least one thing sitting on their computer right now that they could package up and start selling and start doing this chart over my head, right? You could start seeing that effect right now by just taking something that's sitting on your hard drive, packaging it up and saying, hey, here's my email scripts I've written for this thing. Here's my, 4-step process for never, getting creative roadblock on art, or, it's like, there's so many things you guys could do and create the graph that I have above my head right now.
Mm-hmm. While we're talking about this, everyone, if you're listening, out in the chat below, type what product you are selling now. Like, maybe we can do a little live brainstorming session for people, because they may have a product that, like, I don't really know what could go with this, or, like, think of, like, what's the side item that could go with this dish. But yeah, if you have questions, drop it in the chat. What kind of product are you selling? And we'll brainstorm you live here on the
I love it
call.
for sure. As those are coming in, let's go ahead. I'd love to just, before we dive into some takeaways and do some of that stuff, we'll go ahead and let's just talk about CreatorU.
Yes.
So for anybody out there who is, if you guys enjoy this training, if you guys enjoy the takeover, head over to CreatorU.com. So the letter U.com is where you guys can get a library of other trainings just like this. You get it from myself, you'll get it from Brian, you'll get it from a bunch of SamCart's top creators, and all of them talking about their superpower, right? So inside of here, we have something like 47 or 48 unique trainings. We just launched one the other day called The Perfect Email. That's all about how do you write emails and subject lines and all that kind of stuff that's going to get more traffic, drive more sales, right? How do you become an email marketing professional, right? And we have I think it's like 73 minutes long, a blueprint in CreatorU all about that, alongside of our Facebook Ads Academy, alongside of how to scale with Mike Dillard, leverage your content with James Wedmore, organic traffic with Kim Jimenez. A ton of SamCart's top creators have contributed their own content to CreatorU so that you guys get the best information, up to date, current, from people who are really doing stuff out in the world right now. So it is the only place where you can get verified information from a ton of different sources about every topic you need to become a more dangerous entrepreneur, to grow a creator business, and to make the most money as humanly possible in whatever you're doing online. So head over to CreatorU.com. I think you guys can join for like $12 a month. Is like super, super low. It's like 33% less than Netflix is asking you to charge now, and it's specifically designed to make you money, right? Like Netflix is great for just sitting back and getting entertainment, you know what I mean? But CreatorU is the place online for creators that want to become better, sharper digital entrepreneurs and make money from what they're doing. And then we also have this sort of premium version that we call CreatorU Live, right? Where we bring in our top creators on SamCart, friends of me and Brian, stuff like that. And we just showcase what is their superpower. And you guys get to come in, and I think you pay, it's like a little extra a month. And you guys can join these live sessions and ask questions and basically get coached and mentored by some of the top people online doing stuff in their own world. So, we had Nick Kuzmich talking about he's one of an awesome advertising agency. We had Pat Flynn on talking about creating super fans. We had Ashley Ann Jones talking about driving sales from social media. We had TikTok stuff. Rock Eula talking about YouTube stuff. We just had all of these top, incredibly awesome creators sharing their superpower. And again, that's CreatorU Live. So CreatorU Live is you get access to everything in CreatorU, and you can join these 2 live sessions that happen every single month. And so head over to CreatorU.com. Jordan is showcasing the homepage right this very second. You guys can come over, look at all this stuff that you guys get inside of CreatorU. It is insane how many individual blueprints and downloads and templates and all kinds of awesome stuff is in there. Our goal with CreatorU is to help the next generation of creators grow up, get sharper, start making their full-time income, because we know that you're then going to come and use SamCart and we will have created a customer for life, right? So we get to just give away this information as easily and cheaply as we possibly can. Come over to CreatorU, check it out. It is an incredibly awesome resource, especially if you enjoyed today's takeover. If this is the kind of content that you like getting, there is so much more that I could possibly even offer you waiting for you over inside of CreatorU.
All right, perfect, Scott. All right, let's do, before we do the takeaways, let's do some live brainstorming.
Live brainstorming.
You ready, Scott?
What product are you selling? Drop it in the chat down below. We've got a ton of people over there, and we're going to talk to you guys about what could you sell on top of your product that could boost your own average order value and double your sales, right? That's the goal. That's what we're here to do. So tell us, what do we got, Jordan? Who's
All right, let's start with this first one. This might be easy for you guys. A Facebook ad course. You guys have sold a Facebook ads course before. How did you expand the product line, add something else to sell? What are your first impressions, first ideas?
You're in our wheelhouse, man. How about something like here's 50 of the best ads I've ever created for myself and my clients, right? Like an advertising swipe file, right?
Yes.
Or hey, here's here's a video of me showing you how to use Photoshop to create really awesome ad images. You know what I mean? That get better and better. I think the ad stuff is such an easy thing. How about case studies? You know what I mean? Hey, here's an awesome case study I put together from, I helped this client go from here to up here. You know what I mean? Here's everything that I did.
Yeah, you could do, you could even break out some of it. So you could say like maybe if you have like creative and budget inside the Facebook ads, you could separate and say like, here's the ultimate budget guide, or like how to scale your Facebook ads.
Definitely.
Maybe first course is like how to create your ads. Second one is about how to scale your ads.
How about YouTube advertising, right? How about Instagram or TikTok advertising, right? Some other mediums. Like people are going to say, cool, you're going to learn about Facebook. I've got all this stuff over here about Instagram and other versions of ads. How about free traffic on Facebook, right? How about, hey, listen, you're going to be using ads, but this is your opportunity to supercharge your Facebook community, right? Or your page and get more likes there. You know what I mean? And here's how to leverage all this new traffic you're going to get into more sales, right? It's what is the next thing someone's going to need, right? And jump on that. Just create something. I'm sure you've got something sitting on your desktop waiting around to be used for exactly this purpose.
The biggest one you could do is a free call with you, not a free call, but like a paid call with you, like a consultation call.
Absolutely.
Or
let's do a strategy consult.
Yeah, or the ultimate one, like $10,000, $20,000. I don't know if that's possible, but to say like, I will run your Facebook ads.
I'll do it for you. Yep, absolutely. Yep. If you want high ticket service type things, you know what I mean? Nothing will pump more people into a high ticket service thing than your initial order bump right there on the page is like a strategy call, you know what I mean? And give it away or have people $100 for 30 minutes or something like that, right? And then every single customer you get on that call with, you're pitching your high price service, right? That's that little series of events right there is the blueprint for filling up high ticket services. And everybody should take that to heart no matter what you're doing.
Okay, keep dropping your products. We're going to help you brainstorm what else you could be selling alongside. The next one, Scott, is survival products. So I'll go first.
Products.
If he's selling a physical product, or he or she is selling a physical product, maybe it's like a cool knife or a tool or a multi-tool. The next one would be to sell the guide, to sell the guidebook, to sell an audiobook, an ebook version. If you want to do a physical book, maybe you want to take it out into the wild and open it up and read it yourself. Maybe you don't have internet access to watch the course. You're stuck in the wilderness. But then you could also break it out into certain regions of the world. You could say,
here's your desert survival guide. You know what I mean? Here's your jungle survival guide. Here's your ocean survival guide, right? Like here, all those kind of things.
Exactly.
Here's your, why not create a training that's all about creating a bug out bag? So here's how you establish a bug out bag for you and your family, and here's how you execute on a plan and, whatever. How about a, 10 things to do, when shit hits the fan type situation, right? It's like, this is, get specific with stuff. You know what I mean? You're selling survival products, but inside of survival, there's so many different things out there. And here's a great secret for anybody who is thinking about the question we're asking right now. What do I sell next, right? If you're wondering about that, go to really big YouTube channels, go to really big blogs, go to really big anything in your world and sort by most popular. Sort their videos, sort their blog posts, sort whatever as by most popular. And I guarantee every single video, every single blog post, whatever is the most popular, you could create a whole product around just that. And let's do it for the gardening thing. I think this is a great idea. So Epic Gardening, we're going to the videos, sort by most popular. And Jordan, zoom in a touch because it's a little tough. Some of that.
Let's see. There we go.
There we go. Now we're talking. All right.
Super grandpa version.
What are the most popular videos out here? Grow your own ginger, right?
Yep. That's a course. Check.
101. 5 veggies you can harvest in under a month. I mean, you could make a digital product that is nothing but, hey, this is the ultimate ginger guide. You know what I mean? Like, or you could make one that's like, here's how to grow root vegetables, and it's got ginger and potatoes and sweet potato. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different ways to package this stuff up and sell it. You know what I mean? In the world, it makes.
And people aren't going to get mad, Scott. People aren't going to get mad that it's so niche or that it only solves one problem. If you like,
the opposite is true.
Yeah. They say like the ultimate watering tip for your garden. Like that sounds super specific and be like, okay, how long can my course be about just watering techniques? It's like that. It doesn't matter how long it is. If it's 1 lesson, 3 lessons, 10 chapters, whatever it is, if it solves the problem and it's a very specific problem and you're going to save me time, I don't care. Just. You put on the spam, Scott? You put...
I was trying to get rid of spam. Not show it on the screen.
No, I blocked them. We got. I was like, taking over. They're taking over.
Anyway,
all right. Keep dropping your products, folks. Let's do the next one. It is going to be bath products. Want to try bath products?
Bath products. I like that. So yeah, Mike, let us know. Are you selling physical bath products? Are you selling like digital guides to creating bath products? Because that would be the first thing I would say, right? Create a digital guide to creating your own custom scents. You know what I mean? To like, hey, how about, instead of paying for expensive stuff, I can, help you make your own stuff at home, right? Or, you could talk about the here's 11 essential things for creating a home spa. You know what I mean? If you want to turn your bathroom into an oasis, you know what I mean? Here's the 11 things that we know that, you should go grab these products or do these things or set this up or like that, to set the perfect spa-like atmosphere. So when you get home, you just go, enter, that kind of thing. For bath products, if you're selling any kind of physical products, bundles are great exercises for this kind of thing. You know what I mean? So if you're selling a bath bomb, right, or something like that, then your upsell should be, hey, how about 6 more bath bombs? You know what I mean? How about like any kind of
Oh, yeah.
bundle thing you can sell, right? Or take all of your individual products and create like a starter kit. You know what I mean? So someone buys the
So,
product
the
from you,
basket.
right? Exactly. Here's a
Yeah.
basket. Here's the next 7 essential things that everybody buys that you can get all of it for this nice discount, right? And do kind of a bundle thing like that is really, really awesome. But again, you could go to YouTube, go to Google, go whatever, right? And go search for, home bath products, home bath kits, home bath whatever, and sort by most popular. And you're going to find all these different videos and topics and stuff like that you could go and create products around. And it's validated. The coolest part is you'll know it's going to work because you'll have tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of people who have voted with their views. They've clicked to watch that video online, which means people want it, right? And that's the coolest part about the internet and the power it provides to us as creators and sellers and entrepreneurs.
Another thing you could do is take the same products that you have and sell it to different demographics. So it's, it's that one little twist. It's like now it's a bath bomb for mom, or bath bomb for dad, or bath bomb for young women, or whatever demographic that you want to sell to, and like kind of twist it like, hey, I'll put all of these little bundle items into this basket and sell specifically to this type of customer. And
Absolutely
it's the same products, just kind of presented in a different way.
Yep, love that. Absolutely love that. Super, super cool.
All right, let's do another one. Stock footage. Ooh, this is tough. Stock footage.
I like that one. Yeah. So if you're selling actual stock footage, I think one of the easiest things you could do is then like a membership, right? So, hey, listen, you can buy individual prints from me, or you're going to pay me $12 a month, $20 a month, whatever, and you can download them anytime, right?
Yep.
And you just get access to all of it. Or sell a lifetime fee, right? I'll give you every stock footage I have, right? Every stock photo that I have for a one-time fee, and you get a lifetime license, right? That kind of thing can be really, really powerful.
Yeah,
I think. Go ahead.
I mean, we just talked about it. Like bundle it in a different way. So you say like, here's the nature pack. Here's the city urbanscape pack.
Here's the abstract pack, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So bundle them up. Yeah, definitely, 100% do that. Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. I think you could easily sell a design, course, a here's how I use Photoshop, kind of course. And you just record your screen and get a microphone and, do that kind of thing, and just sit down and talk about how you use stock photo, how you edit stock photo, how you manipulate stock photos. Any of that kind of stuff is going to be super, super powerful for you there.
All right, let's do 2 or 3 more, then we're out of here. But folks, drop your products below, and we'll try to help you figure out like what else could you be selling. Maybe you're selling a physical product right now or a digital product. What else could you add to cart, add to order that would increase? Maybe you're selling just a $25 product. What could you do to sell up to $100 per customer to really change the game? You take the pick, Scott. What do you want to do next?
Yeah, I like it. There was somebody who did artwork before. I think it was Christy. I think Christy said she did artwork right before. And so, yeah, we have people on SamCart who are selling their own unique art, right? I think one of the coolest things you can do with art is like, hey, I'm going to sell you this print of this thing that you liked, right? And now let's talk about frames. Now let's talk about, commissioning a custom piece, right? Like we're going to talk about, how about a home design guide and like, how and where to put things in your home to maximize the beauty of it and things like that you are the expert on, right? You would know these things better than the average buyer. The other piece is, hey, listen, how about BOGO, right? How about, listen, you give me another, let's say you sell a print for $50 or something. Hey, give me another 30 and you can pick another print of your own choice, of your own choosing, right? And take anything else from my collection. Yeah, love stuff like that. Big time. There's a lot of physical product stuff is easy, honestly. It's really not that hard. And then the digital product world gets a little weird in the artwork side, but I've seen some really cool things. Like I've seen a lot of artists who will sell virtual event tickets, and they'll do a Zoom call where they'll have 10 people there who have paid to be there, and they've paid them, $100 a pop or something. And they're going to teach elements of art and, things that you're interested in and basics and stuff like that. So a lot of opportunity, even with something really creative like art.
Yeah, you could do original versus a print versus like limited
Yeah,
edition, or if you
for
want to
sure.
do it.
Limited edition is that's such
Yeah,
a great little
yeah,
keyword right there, right? Create limited edition stuff and watch your stuff fly off the shelves. I love that.
for sure. Cool.
Yep.
All right, what do you want to do next? I
Here
see.
we go. We got one just came in from Apogee, right?
All right,
Home
sweet.
education courses, upsell to parenting courses, resources, monthly membership for materials and projects, and a book, right? Think we are solid. I mean, I think they answered it already. In general, that's great. You know what I mean? So you're talking about home education. So I'll assume we're talking about homeschooling, right? Homeschooling, you got, parenting courses, resources, a monthly membership for materials and projects that are ongoing. Hey, here's my fun family project of the month, right? And you get it because you're a subscriber for $20 a month or something kind of like that, right? I love that. I think that's a great example of how do you take one idea and turn it into multiple, so your customers can, raise their own average order value for you, right? And make you a really, really happy seller.
Yeah, I mean, the home ed space, parenting, recipes, cleaning around the house, activities for the kids. There's so many like different avenues and different like kits and bundles you can create out of that. It's like endless. But yeah,
Absolutely.
but it's always thinking about like what do they need next? What does my customer need next? Or like once they've solved this problem, what's gonna happen to the next? Or like because we don't just solve all problems and it's like, hey, I got no more problems, I'm good to go. It's like there's always something else, always some kind of itch. You're like, I need to improve on this now.
For sure. Yeah. Let's take one last one because this guy, I
Yeah.
love this example. It's such an off the wall, crazy one. But 3C's Home LLC said he's selling gas leak detectors and safety devices, right? Which I think is kind of a funny one. Like, where do you go from
Hmm.
there, right? Well, you could always sell more, right? So if you're selling a gas leak detector, there's probably more than one place in your home that might need a gas leak detector. Like, I remember my wife and I bought. We bought after we had like a leak in an air conditioner, or something I
Yeah,
can't
like
remember
a
what it was.
carbon monoxide thing.
Yeah, it was that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You figure out there's more places that you need it, right? I need it there, and I need it by my furnace, and you buy two or three, so you could bundle more together, right, and let them do that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
You could sell additional safety equipment, right? And so you might have that. Maybe you sell water leak detectors, right? Maybe you sell for I'm sure safety equipment. You probably have things like things that like will alarm you when a window's slid open at night or something, stuff like that. And then I think what would be an awesome digital product to sell alongside of this would be a home safety kit, a home safety guide.
Yep.
Right.
Or
Here's
the safety checklist.
the safety checklist. Here's 17 things every homeowner has to check off so that they know their family is sleeping safely at night, right? Not
It's
kidding.
oh
Last
man.
night at like 3 a.m., right? Something happened. Again, we're in kind of a new place to us, right? A new house for our family. And an alarm goes off, right? And it was going off for like 15 seconds. Then it went off. It disappeared by itself. So I think everything's fine. But honestly, I don't even know what it was. I don't know what the alarm was. I still don't know what happened. Like I have to like call somebody and find out like what was that? And like you know what I mean? I'm not that guy. I'm not a home safety professional, but you are, right? So go make the definitive home safety guide, kit, whatever, for your customers and offer it up. So when someone's buying your
Mhm.
gas leak detectors, they can say, cool, let me add this digital, thing here for another $20, $50, whatever. And I'm going to have the hardware in my home. I'm going to have the knowledge that I need, right, to keep my family safe. People would buy that all day, every day.
It's yeah, I don't wanna jinx it and say, like, it'll sell itself, but just that premise of, like, the 15 things you must know in order to make sure your house is safe or gas
Oh,
leak,
for sure.
like, you're like, "Oh my god, I have to know what that is." Like,
Gotta
you
have it.
d whatever, I don't care, $20, $50, give it to me. I don't care if it's on a one-page PDF made in Word doc, I don't care, just show me. Give me the information. That's what I want.
Absolutely got to have it. Awesome. Well, Jordan, I think it is time. Let's do, we actually only have one today, but our big
Yeah.
takeaways, our big aha moments that we want to send all of you guys home with, right? Is today we are here to tell you guys about this is our takeaway, right? Is really all about getting your customers to spend more, right? If you guys do this, if all of you focus on getting your customers to spend more, your customers should be happy and excited and spend more on the spot. They should be buying more in the days after they become a customer, right? Let your customers spend more, make it easy, and watch your business take off. And really, there is no better display of that stuff than what we've spent the last 40 minutes here talking about is, how can you guys get your customers to come out here and spend more happily? Because when you do, the numbers are going to prove out, are going to really, really take off. And so, yeah, that's our big takeaway for today. That is our biggest lesson. We hope you guys take it to heart. We hope Epic Gardening takes it to heart. But props to Kevin, props to his whole team over there.
Yep.
Go check out Epic Gardening. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Subscribe on TikTok, whatever. Just watch. It's an awesome channel. They're doing great things. And so really, really enjoyed that. But Jordan, if people want to check out our next takeover, if they want to be a part of our next takeover, right, they can do that and get notified about when we're doing this again, which is pretty much every single Tuesday, right? Where do they go? How do they get notified?
That's right. The link is in the chat right now and also in the description below in this video. And it's a like Luma/SamCart takeover. But all you have to do is go over here and register once. You don't have to register every single time. You just drop your email here and we'll send you a notification and a link to the YouTube video every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. There's no work on your part. You just drop in your email, say, hey, I want to accept the invite to all the events coming up. And every Tuesday at 4 p.m. you'll get a notification, ping, and it goes right to your right to this YouTube video that you're watching now.
Love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, go check it out.
Absolutely love it.
That's
Guys,
it.
thank you guys so much for joining us today for the SamCart Takeover. We are, as always, super thrilled and honored that you guys would spend an hour or so with us and learn more about how to take your creator business to the next level. Be sure to subscribe to the SamCart YouTube channel for more content just like this. Head over to CreatorU.com to dive in and get even more of this kind of awesome stuff. And join us next week for another awesome SamCart Takeover. I am Scott Moran, the co-founder of SamCart. That guy he's over here. That guy right there is Jordan P. Anderson. And thank you guys all for joining us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will see you in the next one. Take care.